everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you are new here, hello, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing, and if you are back, as always, welcome back. Today I am here with an unboxing that includes my belated sneak peek, or my first look of this recent new release from Diamond Art Club called Summer Solstice by ChrissaBug. And this released the same weekend as two other must-have kits for me that I ended up purchasing, and I thought I'd go ahead and unbox those with you in this video today as well. They are not sneak peeks or first looks. I purchased them myself, but I love them anyway. So I have Witchcraft Room by MrsButterD and Phoenix Fire by Rosie Scribbles. Gosh, such an amazing week for releases. I've been really strict about what I've been buying lately, but these were all just complete and total must-haves for me. I love how there's like a color gradient from light to dark here. But anyway, we're gonna get into these. I will put in some timestamps below in case you're interested in skipping forward to a particular kit. I am in this first kit, my sneak peek of Summer Solstice. This is where I'm gonna spend the time going through a quick tour of the features of the newer packaging from Diamond Art Club with the box, as well as the newer toolkits. I'm only gonna skim through that when it comes to these two kits. So if you're interested in hearing me talk about those things, please watch that as part of this kit. Or if you like, I've done some in-depth videos and reviews on some of these new features and things in past unboxings and whatnot, and those will be linked below in the description box as well. That being said, I'm gonna stop talking your ear off. We're gonna get into it because I don't know which of these kits, honestly, that I am the most excited to see. These are possibly three of my top favorite artists that Diamond Art Club licenses with and that just generally are out there, and I'm so incredibly happy right now. So here is Summer Solstice by ChrissaBug, and you guys, this kit is enormous. It's 69.9 centimeters by 104.8 centimeters. It is huge. I feel like that's what happens when you want to get like a detailed face, but the artwork is also really big. With these new boxes of Diamond Art Clubs, you're going to see the artwork wrapped around the box itself. There's lots of blue branding down here, including like foil. That is, if it's a square drill diamond painting kit, this will all be pink if it has round drills. Here's the image again, and then it's kind of 78 colors, including 2 ABs, 3 fairy dust, and 2 iridescents, with a total of 118,000 diamonds. Here's their socials. On the back, there's some information about how to diamond paint. I also have a diamond painting for beginners video you can check out. And then here's your kit contents as well. And on this side, it just says, unleash your inner artist in square drills. And it'll say this in round drills if it's a round drill kit. At the end of your box, they have added on an image and the title and some of the stats for the kit. So if you store your boxes on their side like I do, and this is the only end that you're seeing, it's very, very convenient. And you don't have to use the smaller logbook sticker that used to come with these kits. So we're gonna open this up. If you're brand new to Diamond Art Club and thinking of making your very first purchase, I do have a 20% off discount code that you are more than welcome to use. It is just my name, Katie, K-A-T-I-E, and the number 20. It will save you 20% off just your first purchase, and it is an affiliate discount code. I wanna make sure you know that. So I may make a small commission if you use it. There's no pressure. You're gonna see some other codes, discount codes in this video. I just encourage you to take advantage of one of them so that you're not paying full price. Thanks though in advance if you do choose to use it. So these new boxes include there being a sleeve that everything is now packed into. It does give some extra protection to the canvas and gives some more structure in general, and also kind of helps, I don't know, with kind of where the toolkit is. They did, when they initially released these upgraded packaging and boxes, the boxes were actually quite a bit bigger than this. Like they were like a good bit wider. They very quickly realized that wasn't going to be logistically practical, and they very quickly shrunk these down to this size. So all three of the kits I have to share with you today feature that smaller size box already. So that's gonna save my bacon in terms of my storage situation. I'm really glad they didn't keep that larger box size. So this is their newer toolkit. A lot of changes to share with you. The bag even is different. It's in this kind of clear bag now. Their pens, which I did a detailed review on and demo on, these are refillable putty pens now. They are already looking at updating and upgrading the tips of these to have the metal placer in them. And all you need to do to get the putty to come out is just twist this. And if you just kind of wait, you'll see there's some putty kind of coming out the end. You don't need any extra. Just go ahead and pinch off what's there and you'll be good to go. There's also a space in the end for a plastic multi-placer. They also include a larger multi-placer. This also does fit Diamond Art Club's metal multi-placers as well. They have included some pink wax in case you're not a fan of the putty. Apparently this one got a little divot in it. So they do include this. And we also have some extra putty in case you use up all the putty that's in the pen. I have worked with that pen a few times and I don't think that's terribly likely unless maybe you're a really hard presser. Here's their bag of baggies. You can store your diamonds in these, though you're gonna need something else too because this kit has a lot of colors. That's not quite gonna do it for you, but there they are anyway. This is my favorite of their toolkit upgrades, and that is their tray. They're much larger than before. I like that they have kind of these higher walls and more defined lines to them. The sliding lid is a nice feature, and there is a stopper here too that just pops in and out. These are also stackable. There's a little lip here and a little cutout here, so these can stack easily on top of each other. All in all, I think that the new toolkits are a nice upgrade. The tray is absolutely my favorite part of that upgrade, but the other features are nice too. This is now what includes this is what they've consolidated their welcome pamphlet and their larger sticker sheet and their logbook sticker all into here. So there's a QR code for their Facebook group. Then we have tips and tricks. This is 20% off specifically through the app. And then here's your kit contents. And then there's some step-by-step instructions written out for you. And then here we actually have what now functions as our sticker sheet. These are actually all cut out, so you can use these in your logbook if you want, including over here. There's a spot to write your start and end date, and you can use this sticker, and here's the stats. And then in here we have all of our sticker labels with the colors and color codes. So like I said, this kit has 78 colors, and we have the legend number on the left, then the symbol in the middle, and then the color code on the right-hand side. The color codes come from the DMC color code system, which comes from the DMC brand of floss and cross stitch. Most diamond painting companies use this color code system. There are a couple of special things about Diamond Art Club that I want to make sure that I mention. First, anything under the number 150 is going to be a special drill called an AB. We're going to have 2 of those in this kit. Then if you look at the end of the legend, you will sometimes see numbers that have a letter at the beginning. In this case, we have 2 with the number L. Those are going to be iridescent colors. And then 3 with the letter Z. Did I say number L? Letter L. And then 3 with the letter Z. And those are going to be fairy dust diamonds. I will tell you all about those special drills when we're looking at them in a little bit. Also, with Diamond Art Club's numbering system, if you see any numbers in the 6,000s range, this is not part of the DMC color code system. These are actually colors that Diamond Art Club has created to fill gaps in the DMC color code system to help match the original artwork more closely. And since Diamond Art Club makes all their diamonds in-house, they're able to do this. And so, yes, 6,000s range colors, those are Diamond Art Club specific. So that is all of that in there. Apologies that I keep clearing my throat. Still battling some bronchitis that has stuck around for quite a while now. Anyway, everything else is going to be in here in this sleeve. The toolkit does now, in this slightly smaller box again, crunch down the canvas just a little bit, but that's always how it was with the older boxes, and I never personally ran into issues with my canvases being creased, so I'm not too worried about it, but I suppose only time will tell with these new toolkits and the new packaging. So I will let you know if I notice any sort of tendency for that to be a problem. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, this is big. You know what I'm noticing immediately though is look at that color blocking in the background. And then there's her gorgeous face. Oh my gosh, ChrissaBug is just, her artwork, stop it. I love this so much. I am so glad that the timing worked out for this to come out in summer because it literally is called Summer Solstice. Okay, hold on a second. We'll look at the diamonds in a little bit. First, I'm gonna try to show you some of this canvas. Oh my gosh. I am in love. I love her dress. I love all the florals. I love the color blocking in the background. That's going to make that part go so fast and is going to make this size point feel a lot more accessible. Her face looks amazing. I'm curious to see how this blush look translates in camera and in person. I initially look at it and go, oh no, that looks really dark. But I've noticed this with a few canvases recently, and I've mentioned it in these videos too. But if the printing on the canvas is like a light color background with a black symbol, sometimes that makes it look like it's going to be darker than the actual color of the drills down is going to be. So I'm not going to necessarily call that exactly true to the color that it's actually going to be when it's down. So that being said, this is really big. Obviously I'm not fitting it all in frame. So if you're interested, take a look at the screen. I'll have popped up a picture of this whole canvas and frame so you can see her in all of her glory. This is big. I feel like a lot of times I don't tend to pay a lot of attention to the size of the canvas. I tend to just look at the artwork, especially if it's artwork that I really, really, really love. And then the size of the canvas just is not really going to make a difference to me. If I adore the artwork, I am going to get it. So that was the case for this one. And then it was like, oh wait, what's the size on that again? So, oh my gosh, absolutely gorgeous. Let me take you on a tour of the canvas and show you some of the features. So up here at the top, we have their branding, Do What Makes You Sparkle, Diamond Art Club. The edges of the canvas are scalloped and poked, and this means that you shouldn't have to worry about any fraying, and the back is really soft and feels kind of like almost plush to the touch. And the material of the canvas itself is, I mean, I like it. It's kind of both sturdy and malleable, and it holds drills well in my experience. They also use a thick plastic cover over poured glue that is pretty darn sticky. And the plastic cover itself does have these perforated sections that you can use if you like not having to mess with washi tape or cover minders. And to use them, you'll just grab it from either side of the perforation, just give it a tug. There's a legend over here at the top left, as well as over here at the bottom right. Though this is such a big canvas, I would really highly recommend using the sticker labels that came with this and just referring to those instead of always having to go and find the legend when you're looking for a color. Here's a thumbnail of the original artwork, as well as the title, Summer Solstice, the size, 69.9 centimeters by 104.8 centimeters, and copyright ChrissaBug. What this means is that this piece is legally licensed. ChrissaBug has both given permission for the use of her artwork by Diamond Art Club and is being compensated as well. This is the case with all of Diamond Art Club's artwork. Here are their socials and yet another discount code, and a little bit of information about their lifetime warranty. As long as you are the original owner and purchaser of your kit, you're covered under that lifetime warranty, which includes things like if you were to run out of diamonds or have any trouble with your canvas, you can contact customer support and they'll take you from there. By the way, if it feels like you're having deja vu when you watch these videos, and you're like, she says the same thing every time. When you've done hundreds of unboxing videos, I mean, I want to make sure that I'm not missing any of the important information. I'm not scripted or told what to say. It's just I'm just so in the rhythm of making sure that you all hear what the various features are from, you know, this company or any other company, things that I think you would want to know. So I just realized, I'm like, oh, that sounds very, like I'm having deja vu myself. So there's lots of color blocking, like I said, in this kit. If you weren't sure what I meant, so color blocking is where you have like these big blocks of the same color like we have here. So you'll be able to use a multi-placer if you like to use a multi-placer. You'll be able to zip through an area like that. You'll have that color in your tray for longer and it'll go faster. This is especially the case up here at the top. We have just these giant sections of that. I think it's a pale yellow or light beige color. Go ahead and start guessing how many bags of that color do you think we have? Because it is just that entire background. We are absolutely going to have some confetti, and this is probably what determined the size for this kit is the detail in her face and maybe some of the flowers as well. But we do have some confetti you'll see in her face, and I feel like in her hair and with the flowers. Confetti is where you have more color changes in a small area. You might be doing some more single placing and change out the color in your tray a little bit more often. That is really going to let us get more detail and give some nice color blending as well. Let me do a measurement on this one and make sure that we are true to size at this large size point. Okay. We are getting, trying to work around the camera here. Okay. All right, we are at 104.5-ish. Okay, we're listed as 104.8. Probably gonna say that that's just where I may have shifted the tape while I was trying to stretch it that far. And then this way, we're at almost exactly 70 centimeters, and we're listed as 69.9. So all around, gonna call that true to size. Okay, let me grab the diamonds and we'll take a look at those together. Here is this. Yeah, look at that. That's gonna be that background color. There's a sticker on here that tells you what kit these go with in case you store these separate from the canvas and outside the box they came in. Quite the color spread. Let's take a look. And you guys, can you just preemptively wish me luck for rolling this back up and packing it back away, because This is a thick roll of diamonds. I don't know how they fit the canvas around it in the box to begin with, so that'll be an adventure. All right, so these are square diamonds and have the DMC code printed on the front of those heat sealed bags. Oh wait, is that our background color? Hold that thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 bags of 3856, which is our background color. As long as there's not like another straggler bag of that. Yeah, that's that light background color in the sun and stuff. So if you want some tips for multi-placing in such a way that will hopefully let you multi-place kind of precisely, because I know for me, I worry with light colors and a big color blocked light background. I worry about sort of uneven spacing showing. I've done a couple of kits like that. I'm thinking of like a You May art piece that I did a little while back from Diamond Art Club that had like a white background, like a pure white color blocked background. It is possible. So I do have a multi-placing for perfectionists video that you'll find linked below, and maybe you'd find some helpful tips there. Here's one of our 6000 range colors. You can see it's not a special drill. It just is a color that is unique to Diamond Art Club, and one that I guess doesn't quite exist in the DMC color code system. Here we go, 2 bags of our first iridescent color, L5200. This is a clear crystal-like drill, crystal-esque drill. There's this mirror backing that's gonna cover up the symbol, and then we have that, yeah, totally clear crystal effect that is gonna be reflecting on the top. So you don't see a ton of iridescent colors charted in Diamond Art Club's kits, and where they are, or when there is a kit that calls for it, they usually do an amazing job of picking and placing where those are gonna go. Here's our first AB, 119. Now AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These are named after the northern lights and have an iridescent coating on the top that is so sparkly, kind of rainbowy, and is really gonna draw your eye to the areas it has been charted. I love a purple AB. I'm guessing that may be in the flowers, but we will take a look, by the way. We are gonna go through the canvas together, and I will point out where each of these special drill colors is going to be found. There's another 6000 range color. Okay. Let's see. This one's fine. All right. Here's our first fairy dust color. Now is this one gonna show up okay? This is a light pink fairy dust. If you take a look, yeah, you can see that. There is a fine glitter coating on the tops of these diamonds. It is a lot more subtle than the iridescent and AB colors that we were looking at, but it is still gonna shimmer and enhance a painting really nicely. So we have this light pink fairy dust color. It's actually my favorite special drill type that Diamond Art Club has. And then here's our next fairy dust color, Z3865. This one is a white fairy dust. There you go, you can see that. That's a good one. I like that one a lot. Okay. And then, oh, here's our next iridescent color. This one's pale yellow, L745. So you can see this one is still crystal-y, but definitely kind of a pale yellow color. Not a huge bag of that one. I'm curious where that will be. And then here's the strand. Diamond Art Club squares I find to be pretty consistent in size and shape and tend to be pretty good quality for the squares that are on the market out there. I like them a lot, and I'm picky about my squares. So then we have these colors. We have just the littlest bits of, like this one, we have this orange. This is our last fairy dust color, Z722, just a little bit of that. And they do try to give you extra. And if you run out, like I said earlier, you could contact customer support to get help with that. Why am I feeling like, you guys, I missed an AB. I sure did. Were you shouting at me when we were looking at the crystal? I was like, I know there was another AB. There is, there's this light pink AB. That's our last special drill. Sorry about that. So we had 2 iridescents, 2 ABs, and 3 fairy dust colors. Let's see if I can manage to point out the majority of them to you at least. Let me try to memorize the symbols and we'll go from there. Okay, if you take a look, you see the orange that is in the centers of these flowers here. That's our orange fairy dust color. And let me see, let's see, our purple AB is not in there. There's some of the purple AB here. It's in the flower that's in her dress, I believe. And then there's a light pink AB right here. And a little bit of light pink AB sprinkled in here too. I'll make sure I'm not missing. Okay, there's a little strand of the white ABs right here. Let's hop over to this section. The orange in the centers of these flowers, that's all the orange fairy dust color. There's purple AB in these petals. There's a little bit in this petal and these petals of this flower, that's purple AB. There's purple ABs in here and up here in her dress, this light purple you see is the purple AB. It's right here too. Let me see. Letter N. Okay, hold on a second. The clear iridescent color, you see these spots of white here and sprinkled here and here, and even sprinkled over here too. Those are sprinkles of the clear iridescent kind of crystal-like diamond color. We have some pink ABs right here in a nice little chunk. There's a lot of color blocked special drills in here actually. As we start to get into these rays of the sun, this is all going to be clear iridescent diamonds. Yeah, so that's sun as we're getting up into it. Just be ready for lots of clear iridescent diamonds. The white here is white fairy dust. By the way, pretty sure that when I said white AB down here, I was wrong. That's white fairy dust. My apologies. There's some of the clear iridescent sprinkled over here. That's the white dots you see. Here is the pink fairy dust. Oh, you can't see. Sorry. Pink fairy dust is right in here. And always forever, hoping that I am not missing it. Okay. Let's see, in here, no special drills that I am seeing. There's some white fairy dust on the side of her sleeve. And let's see. Okay. This beam of sunlight that's coming down here is the clear iridescent color. There's sprinkles of clear iridescent over here as well. And same over here. Again, the whole sun for the most part and all the beams that are coming off of it, that's all clear iridescent diamonds. With the exception of this yellow patch right here is going to be that pale yellow iridescent color. Now there are some white fairy dust colors that are sprinkled, highlighting in her hair. It's just the white that you see in frame. That's white fairy dust. And then, oh, this is tricky. That's a workaround. Let's see, in these flowers, I see there's actually pink ABs sprinkled in their petals. That's that. It looks purple in the camera, but it's a light pink color. There's white fairy dust in there too. This is still a clear iridescent. That's again part of that sunbeam. In her eyes, in the center of each of her eyes is a white fairy dust color and some of the pink fairy dust in this eye. Let's see. Okay, these flowers have, the flowers up here have some white fairy dust. And, ooh, in the centers of the flowers, there's orange fairy dust in those. And then here you can see up close where that patch of yellow iridescent drills are. Over here, there's some of the pink fairy dust. And then again, all of these sunbeams are going to be that clear iridescent color that we have those two big bags of. There's little bits of that pink fairy dust kind of sprinkled some in the background too. So there wasn't a ton of that pink fairy dust, but it's in a few areas there. I love the special drill placement. I love the clear iridescent. I think that's going to be gorgeous. And I love the placement in the flowers and stuff too. I think that's going to be just, I think this painting is going to be amazing. I love this artwork so much. And I've already seen that Diamond Art Club for this upcoming weekend has previewed another huge ChrissaBug piece called the Morrigan that would just be a really fun counterpart. Like it's not a, you know, seasonal piece, but it just is funny to me that it's also really huge. And I thought that would be fun to kind of do together, but no, there's no way. This though, this color palette and everything just, I think would be so bright and happy to work on. And the artwork just looks like it's been translated so well to diamond painting form. So this is Summer Solstice. It is, like I said, 69.9 centimeters by 104.8 centimeters with 78 colors, 2 iridescents, 3 fairy dust, and 2 ABs. And as of the time of this filming, is still available on Diamond Art Club's website. It'll be linked directly below. Feel free to take a look. Again, this was my sneak peek, which is now a first look that I got from Diamond Art Club. Thanks to Diamond Art Club for sending it to me. Now what I'm going to do is move this off to the side, and I'm going to show you the next of the kits that I have in this video, which is one of the ones that I bought from the same release weekend. So I'll be right back. So next, just kind of continuing down the color gradient here, I thought we could take a look together at Witchcraft Room by MrsButterD. This I just thought looks so fun. I love the moody colors in it a lot, and this would be perfect for Drills and Chills, which is coming up, which is a Halloween and fall themed event that I'm hosting with my friend, I almost said Emily, no, Lindsay from Emeralds on Fairy Lights. And this would be totally perfect for that event. And like the others, I think is still in stock as of the time of this filming. So this one is smaller, 55.8 by 75.9 centimeters, but also has square drills and is one that I purchased from this past weekend. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I'm gonna skip over going through the features in detail about like the box and the new toolkit of these kits. If you are, of these second two kits that is, if you're interested in seeing that, I would ask if you could just hop back to the beginning of the ChrissaBug kit that I just unboxed, where I will talk through all of that in lots of detail with you. So thank you though for watching, even if you skipped ahead to this. I hope that I can show you this kit in such a way that is helpful. So let me open this up. Stuck, there we go. So we have this sleeve like the other kits. This box is smaller than the other two that I have today. This is definitely the smallest of these three kits. If you want to hear me talk about the toolkit, just rewind. I will go ahead and show you the sticker sheet that came with this one though, so you can see the colors and whatnot all in one place more easily. Look at, doesn't that just scream fall color palette? All these oranges and browns and yellows. I love it. So this is gonna have 53 colors in total, including, okay, 2 ABs and then 1, 2, 3 fairy dust colors. And here's that original artwork. I adore how MrsButterD's work translates to diamond painting form. I think Diamond Art Club does such a nice job with it. This kind of like the stylized look of it and everything just suits, I think. So I love the look of this one, like I said though. Normally, I gotta be honest with you, not normally a color palette I would necessarily gravitate towards, but there was just something about it. And again, it is very fall color palette wise, so let's take a peek. Oh my gosh, cute, so cute. Okay, so there it is in frame here. Let me show you from the bottom. By the way, if there's ever any elements of a piece that you don't necessarily love, like, you know, for example, some people with MrsButterD's pieces have taken out this symbol before, it's not too difficult to do, especially with a kit that has square drills, because any color changes you make are going to completely cover up the symbol behind it, and so you're not going to see any color peeking out around it, which is nice. But this looks nicely detailed. Again, we're going to skim over the features of the canvas and the kit, but here's that thumbnail again, Witchcraft Room, and let's take a look over the canvas itself and see what we think of the color blocking and confetti at a glance. So down here, there's a lot of kind of what I'd call like a line or linear color blocking or linear confetti. This is more like traditional color blocking, but I'm going to show you an even better example when we get up to the top. This looks like it's probably going to have a nice mix of both, really. I bet there's going to be some special drills in these potions because they just look like they glow, even just on the canvas. Oh my gosh, those plants have eyeballs. I didn't notice that till now. Okay, but the way that MrsButterD draws faces is so, so cute. I love it. But that star is going to have some special drills in it in her hat. Here is a really good example of color blocking. Up here you see these kind of big, literal kind of blocks of color. I'm gonna grab my multiplacer and zip through those. So yeah, there's definitely areas of this that will have those faster kinds of sections with that color blocking, but then these areas down towards the bottom with all these different elements of the canvas, that is going to have more confetti, more detail. I think it's going to come through well. I like that this one isn't as huge as the other kits because I will really strictly limit the number of really big kits I have in my stash because I find that they get overwhelming quickly and I just won't work on them if I have too many of them. I have to really, really love the artwork, but this size point, which is 75.9 by 55.8, and this measured about true to size. This size point is kind of my favorite to work with, honestly. So I like what I am seeing. I like this a lot. Let me grab that Pure Cozy Fall color palette, and let's take a look at these diamonds and look for the special drills. Oh my gosh, can it please? I know we have Summer Solstice that we just looked at, that kit, but no, my body is ready for fall. Some cooler weather, all of the cozy vibes, drills and chills. I'm so ready. This is yet another square drill kit, you guys, like all the kits I'm sharing with you today. Oh, here's our first special drill color, Z3865. This is a white fairy dust color. You can kind of see that glitter coating on the tops of these diamonds. It's almost like a silvery looking glitter coating. Is there any shade of brown that is not in this kit? I feel like it's just gonna be so rich and warm. And normally browns are not my color palette. That all goes out the window when we're talking about fall and coziness. Here are our other two fairy dust colors. If you look in camera, you can see a slight difference. This one has more yellow undertones. This one has more of a beige undertones. This is Z3855. It's a fairy dust color. And this is Z744, also a fairy dust color. I'm gonna try to memorize that. 744 has the yellow undertones. Can I tell? Okay, I can tell from the symbols on the canvas. Good, because I wanna be able to differentiate between the two when we're looking for those special drill colors on the canvas here in just a little bit. If you didn't know, by the way, Diamond Art Club puts their drills roughly in order of weight, not DMC. Here's our first AB color, 131. AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These are named after the northern lights. There's an iridescent coating on the tops of these that is really going to catch your eye. You can see that extra sparkle that we've got going on there. Just a small bag of that light orange AB. Then we should have one more. We do. Okay, so we have this darker orange AB, just a little bit of it, 133. There's our AB. I think that's it as far as special drills go, but we just have another small strand to take a look at. That bright cherry red, and then lots of browns. A little bit of kind of a light pink at the end. Okay, taking a look from the bottom of the canvas, let me see what our special drill symbols are going to be. Okay, so the white you see here, that's all going to be white fairy dust. I don't think that there is a plain white color in this kit, so any white that you're seeing and that I point out to you, that is going to be that white fairy dust color. We have the light orange AB at the top of this potion bottle. We have the kind of beige undertoned fairy dust on these leaves. It's that lightest color on these leaves. There's some white fairy dust sprinkled on here, and then we have some of the yellow undertoned fairy dust right here on her blouse. Over here, the white you see is white fairy dust, all in here. And then we have the light beige fairy dust right here. The side of this candle has the light beige fairy dust kind of on the actual candlestick. And then the flame center is the light yellow fairy dust. We have lines of the light beige fairy dust here. And again, the white you see is all going to be white fairy dust. Let me check, hold on a second. This color right here on her arm, that is actually the light yellow fairy dust. In this potion bottle, we have the light orange AB right in the center. And then this light yellow color here on the side of her hand, and here I think she's holding like a quill or a pen. That's the light yellow fairy dust. All the white you see on her blouse here, all that highlighting, and then on her hair over here, that's all white fairy dust. Then we get into some highlighting with the light beige fairy dust actually in her hair too. It goes up here. And then there's some orange ABs here as well as the light yellow fairy dust. I'm gonna hop back over to here to see, okay, all the little sprinkles you see in here, All those sprinkles in the middle are going to be the light beige fairy dust, and there's a line of the light yellow fairy dust on the top. There's orange ABs on the side and white fairy dust up the side over here. I had thought that we would see that cherry red AB maybe in here, but I don't. So I'm going to keep an eye out and hopefully I won't miss it further up the canvas. The white in this smoke is white fairy dust. In the flower is the pale yellow fairy dust in the eyeballs. And then there's some pale beige fairy dust in here. The white you see in her glasses and all this white in her bangs, that's all white fairy dust. And then we have some lines of the light beige fairy dust right here on the wall. And then as we get into these lanterns, oh, here is the red AB. We only had, or sorry, I'm sorry, it was not a red, it was a dark orange AB. That is in the center of these blobs in this lantern. That's the only place I think I'm seeing, oh no, I see one other spot I'll point out to you, but then we have the light orange AB, and we have some of that pale yellow fairy dust in there. Over here we have some of the orange AB, the pale yellow fairy dust, and then a line of white fairy dust around the side. Some orange ABs up here and some light yellow fairy dust up here. Okay, let's hop back over. This line down here is a line of light beige fairy dust, and there's some light yellow fairy dust here, light beige fairy dust here. And then over here on the stars, okay, the star, we do have some of the dark orange AB on this side, some white fairy dust here, and then some pale yellow fairy dust in the center. There's some orange, light orange ABs here and here. This is the light beige fairy dust, and a little bit more of the light yellow fairy dust here and here. Okay, this is chock full of special drills, and in all the places I love to see them. I think that this is gonna be so pretty. I think it's gonna be the perfect combination of cozy and spooky, and I think that this is going to look really nice once it's completed. This is one that, again, I feel like you might look at and go, I don't know if the color palette looks like it's that, you know, it stands out that much, especially compared to these like really gorgeous pastels that we usually see from MrsButterD. But you guys, I don't think you should sleep on this one. I think that this one is going to be like a dark horse hit. I think that it's gonna be surprising how gorgeous it is when it is finished. So again, I'm not normally one drawn to lots of browns like this, but there's something about this one. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I think that this one is going to be one of the more gorgeous of the pieces that Diamond Art Club has from this artist. So I know, bold statement, but I bought this one. It wasn't sent to me, so I'm trying to, this is my honest opinion here. I love it. So I'll have this one linked below like I did the others. And this one again is Witchcraft Room by MrsButterD. 55.8 by 75.9 centimeters if you want something that's more manageable, especially if you're thinking ahead to Drills and Chills, which is a 2-month event, September and October. And to qualify for the grand prize, you have to come in with a new start and finish it before the end of the event. I feel like a canvas like this, even if you're taking your time and don't have a ton of time to diamond paint, something like this could be manageable in that time period, especially with some of the color blocking that's in it. And I think you'd be really happy with how it turns out. So if you like the artwork, I'd say go for it. Okay, this was canvas 2 of 3 today. I have one more to share with you that's also going to be big like the first one we looked at. So give me a moment to pack this away and I will be right back. Last but certainly not least, the kit I'm going to be sharing with you today is Phoenix Fire by Rosie Scribbles. So this artwork, I will explain to you why this is a must-have once we open it up, because I don't think you would necessarily look at the subject matter and go, yeah, that seems like a Katie kit. But I'm going to explain when I can actually show you the artwork where you can make out some of this a little bit better. There's like not a really good example. Actually, I don't know if there is just a print of the original artwork on the box, but there will be on the sticker sheet inside, and I'll tell you more about it there. But yeah, this was a must-have. When I saw it in voting, I was like, oh my gosh, please let that make it through. And it had been a while since it was in voting, so I thought it must not have made the cut. And I was very pleasantly surprised when it was an option this past weekend. So you could maybe guess why I just this past weekend was so dangerous for me. I had to get 3 kits, but this one is bigger. I forgot to look at the size when we were looking at the front of it there. This one is 70 by 87 centimeters. So not bigger than Summer Solstice, but like not as small as Witchcraft Room either. let's take a look. Again, if you skipped ahead to this part and you are wanting to hear more about the features of Diamond Art Club's new packaging and their toolkits, I'd ask you to rewind to the summer solstice portion and just watch the beginning of that. And I will talk in detail about all of it. It's all going to be the same from that kit to this kit. I am still going to show you the sticker sheet, both so we can look at the colors and so I can show you that original artwork better. Okay, so there's our color spread. Not dissimilar from that MrsButterD kit we just looked at, but it has more purples in it. So here's the original artwork, and this is like blink and you miss it. Like you have to squint to see what this is sort of kind of referencing, and it's so far removed that I don't have a problem like mentioning it because my understanding is that this artist created this as like a book cover or something and was just given this particular TV show as a reference point, but this is still like other characters and subject matter, but still I feel like if you are a diehard Supernatural fan, you probably looked at this and were like, wait a second, this seems like alternate universe, like vaguely familiar. So there's so many key differences about this though that it's like it's not really but it just is like if you squint you see it. So that's one of my very, very favorite TV shows. I've worked on, you know, some kits that kind of honor that show here on my channel before, and so yeah, this was a must have. This is that's my understanding of what this was intended to be, but it is not actually direct fan art by any stretch. So that's why I'm like, it's fine, I'll mention that. Anyway, and I also love Rosie Scribbles artwork anyways, so that was just a no-brainer. Had to have this one. Looks like color-wise, we're gonna have 75 colors, including 4 ABs, 2 fairy dust, and several colors in that 6,000s range, which, like I had mentioned, I think we just had some in the ChrissaBug kit, that is a color range that is just Diamond Art Club exclusively. It's colors that they have created to fill gaps in the DMC color code system. Because Diamond Art Club makes their drills in-house, they are able to create colors. So we love that. And everything's gonna be in here. This is heavy. Let's take a look. This is, when I was looking kind of at the render, it does look just generally like it's gonna have a lot of dark colors. I'm curious to unroll it and take a look though. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. And I feel like, yeah, there's not a ton of detail in like the boys' faces, especially back there, but there is like a max size point that Diamond Art Club can do for their shortest size. Yeah, 70 centimeters seems to be what they'll max out on their shortest side of their canvas. So this is one of those cases where I'm like, I don't care if there's not a perfect amount of detail in some areas because I want this artwork so badly. And like the focal point of this piece, like she is full detail. So let me roll this backwards so we can actually see it a little easier. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, fire. Now this is called Phoenix Fire. So I don't know if like she is supposed to basically be a phoenix or if it's purely symbolic, but oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. And again, definitely reminds me so strongly of that show that I love and adore. We're gonna skim over again the features of the canvas and you know all of that. That's all gonna have been covered earlier in the video, but we are still gonna take a look up close because I do like to try to give you and myself a sense for what we're looking at as far as confetti and color blocking goes. So those flames have got to be full of special drills. They have to be. Lots of color blocking in the background that I'm seeing. Oh my gosh, yeah. That is a lot of dark color background. I feel like I would need to be working on a smaller, like, pastel canvas alongside this one in order to avoid getting burned out on this. There's his face. But it's in shadow too. I think that's the other reason why the low amount of detail in those, you know, really like background figures is completely fine because it just is all thrown into shadow with the flames in the front. But her face looks amazing. Again, especially for the size point. So yeah, there's a good amount of color blocking in the backgrounds. Where you're gonna see the confetti is gonna be, it looks like, you know, some in her hair, some in her face, and, you know, some down here, but overall, surprisingly to me, honestly, this has way more color blocking than I might have expected. That is going to work in its favor for my own personal taste when it comes to diamond paintings, because I can get burnt out on working with really dark colors. So knowing that there's color blocking, that is going to help it go a bit faster, is going to help me not get as burnt out on it. Good grief. Burnt out. Did I really? I swear it wasn't an intentional pun, but burnt out, fire, phoenix, yeah. We are true to size, 70 by 87 centimeters. It's that gorgeous kit. You know, but there's a lot of kind of shading in the dark colors in the background. So I'm not looking at this going, oh, we're gonna have a ton of, you know, this particular dark color in the background. We're gonna have some shading. I think we're gonna have a nice mix of, you know, black and dark blues. So let's take a peek. All right, there's that color spread. Just look at that like background color surrounding all of the lighter colors. But just for posterity, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags of 310. Not bad, not bad. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 bags of 939. And if I had to guess, I don't think we're gonna see huge bags of special drills in this one, just because in general, those lighter colors, we just aren't gonna have as much of in this kit. But what's going to happen instead though, is that the special drills we do have, like imagine this color, when you put it up against a dark color, it pops. It pops so well. It stands out way more than it would if it were just up against like another, like a regular orange color, you know? It's gonna pop way more against a dark color. That being said, here's our first special drill, 132. It's a light orange AB. There's a nice big bag of this, and this is our AB stands for Aurora Borealis, and it has this iridescent coating on the top that's really, really sparkly. And then I did see we do have our second AB, which is 110. It's a red AB that almost has a pink undertone to it. So big bag of that one. Here's our first fairy dust color, Z743. This is like a light yellow fairy dust. You can see that glitter coating that's just real subtle on the top there. And then how many ABs do we have? 4 ABs. And what, 2 fairy dust? Yeah, okay. Here's our third AB, third of 4. It's a nice pale yellow AB. Those, you know what? Those 3 AB colors, the red, orange, and yellow, that's like fire. I've worked on kits like this before. I'm thinking of like the Dragon Store by Raven Phelan. Those colors, it's like, that's the fire of against like the dark background together. So we'll probably see some of those colors right up next to each other. We should have one more AB and another fairy dust. Yep, here we go. This is almost a coral fairy dust, but not quite. It's more of a red look, Z351. It's a light red fairy dust. And just some kind of purples and pinks mixed in here. Yeah, every shade of like red and purple and in between and brown. All those different shades mixed in here. Was that symbol for that last AB is green? Where is there even green in this piece? Literally just in that, like, is that a necklace she's wearing? I wonder if it's literally just going to be in her necklace. Sorry, I'm looking ahead. I'm reading the end of the book before we get there. So lots and lots of different shades of these different color families. And yes, very last color in here is 134. Our last AB is a green AB. I was looking at that symbol, like, where is there even green in this kit? And then I looked down and I'm like, here, where her necklace is hanging. And then there's one where like her necklace like meets like either side of it. So I think that's literally it for our green ABs. But let's go down to the bottom, and this has got to be chock full of special drills. I'm going to try to point out as many of them as I can find. So we have first, there are orange ABs all through, and the orange ABs also create this symbol across here, and it also is the outer perimeter. There's orange ABs that are in the flames. It is like that actual orange color. There's not a ton of it up here. There's some of it in this flame right here, but it seems to primarily be like there's a lot of that orange down here, and that's orange AB. Then we have that light yellow AB is in kind of these light yellow areas like I think you'd expect. It's here in these flames. It's here in this flame. This is again the pale yellow AB. It's here in these flames, and here it's all those pale yellow spots. That's the pale yellow AB. Continues along here. Then we have the kind of lightish red AB. And if you look, it almost looks pink in camera next to that red. It's this number 1. That's the light red AB. It's here. It is the other lines, some of the other lines that go through the center of the circle. It's this red, the one that comes down here, the one that goes across here. That's that light red AB. It's these red lines here. There's some of it right here in a little patch in this flame, and some of it right here and here, and a little bit right here. Then let me see, what about our other special drill colors? We had that light yellow fairy dust. Yeah, it was a light yellow fairy dust and a light red fairy dust. Those two colors. Okay, so the light yellow fairy dust is right here. It almost looks orange in camera. I'm trying to remember if it had an orange hue to it. That light yellow fairy dust. It's in a lot of the same places as the light yellow AB. It's all through here. It's all through here. We had that big bag of it. Yeah, all through here. So I honestly love ABs and fairy dust near each other because I feel like they play off of each other really nicely and have a really, really nice effect. The last special drill is that light red fairy dust. I am not seeing it in these flames unless I am missing it, which is, oh, yep, I am missing it. Okay, there's some of the light red fairy dust. It's over here. This dark, looks dark pink in camera. It's this chunk right here too. Is it over here? Like, where are those color families? Maybe it was just over there. There's a little bit of it right here. There's a line of it that goes up her boot. Okay, I think that covers in the flames. Okay, so that's tons of special drills down here in the flames at the bottom. Now, as we're going into like her boots, there's actually a line of orange AB right here. There's that line of that light red fairy dust right here. And then we have the light red AB right here and right here. And light red AB right here and going on down her boot here. There's some orange AB right here. And then let's shift on up here. There's the light red AB, is the glow on this guy's legs. And on the side of her dress is the light red AB. Again, we have the green AB. There's 4 of them in the center of this. This is like the necklace is hanging from her neck. Let's see. Over there, not that I see. Okay. All right, so then we have the light yellow fairy dust in her hair. It's this light yellow color. We have some of the light yellow ABs in her hair, as well as some of the orange ABs too. Orange ABs here as well. We have some of the light red AB on her arm, on either arm actually. And then we have some orange ABs over here in her hair, which her hair's like on fire because Phoenix. Light yellow ABs here. And then there's some of the pale red, that light red fairy dust. There's a little bunch of it right here. And then there's lots of light red ABs highlighting in her hair, including up here and then through here. There's some light yellow ABs right over here. And some more of the light red fairy dust. A bunch of the light red fairy dust here in the moon. And light red ABs in her hair here. And right there. And then Did we find about everything? I think we might have. I think we basically have. Okay. That is, yeah, that's what I expected. The flames. That's where you're going to find the special drills in this one. Again, I think that that's going to stand out in a really striking way that really suits this artwork against the dark background colors. I think it's going to just glow. I've seen this effect before with kits that I've completed with these special drills. It looks so good. I'm trying to remember if I did. I'm sure there are some post reviews that I've done on kits that have the same effect that I want you to go look at if you're doubting me because it looks so good. I'm so confident that this is going to look similar and have that really amazing effect with those special drills. I think that's going to be one of the best things about this kit for sure. So this was Phoenix Fire by Rosie Scribbles, 70 by 87 centimeters, 75 colors, those 4 ABs, those 2 fairy dust, and yeah, looks fantastic. So this is the last of the kits I'm going to be unboxing with you today. I hope that you had fun getting into some of these new releases with me. It has been a long time since I've had a release weekend that was calling my name so incredibly strongly, and there was even one other kit that I was very tempted by, ended up not getting because all 3 of these were just must-haves for me. I love them so much. So let me know what your thoughts are. I'm going to have, like I said, each of these kits linked below. They are still available as of the time of this filming. If they have gone out of stock and they have not been discontinued, you should be able to sign up for a back in stock notification email and or add it to your wish list. Like I mentioned earlier, I do have that 20% off discount code if you're brand new to Diamond Art Club that you're welcome to use, but not obligated. It's Katie20. Thank you, of course, if you do. Otherwise, there's tons of other discount codes that I've shown you in this video and are out in the wild. Please take advantage so you're not paying full price. Let me know, please, in the comments if you picked up any of these kits or if any of them are on your wish list for maybe someday, or if they're just not your style and you're really just thinking, yeah, no, I'm going to stick to some other vibes, which is completely fine. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video, that it was helpful. I appreciate that you spent some time with me today, and please subscribe if you want to see more diamond painting videos from me. I would love to have you here. All right, friends, I hope you have a day and a week that's as amazing as you are. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.